Hello, everyone. Welcome to Nantucket Island, Massachusetts. My name is Gino Gang. I live out here. I've been here for about 20 years. And every year we have a Christmas stroll, which you're hopefully going to be able to see and partake in. We're going to talk to a few people. Nantucket, the word Nantucket, that means far away island. It's an Indian name, and it's 30 miles out at sea. The stroll, this Nantucket stroll that we're going to experience right now, was developed to try to bring business back to the island. At Labor Day, the island virtually would shut right down. And to bring business back, like summer, which it really does for 2 days, it's very busy here, it's packed. Lots of tourists, lots of visitors. So I thought we might go and have a look-see and maybe talk to a few people. Please join me. Channel 17. How about you guys?
We're actually with him. We're all together.
Are you an auto body guy too?
I'm his parent.
Oh, you're his father?
Yeah, that's my father.
How do you do?
That's his grandfather.
Now, is it a family business? Did you do the same thing?
No.
Not really,
nobody,
no. I'm in real
What did
estate.
you do? You were in real estate.
Yeah.
Now, how did you get involved in doing what you do if he's doing real estate?
I just always loved cars, so something I always wanted to do, and been doing it for 30 plus years on my own. And my son went to college, and now I'm kind of taking him under my wing to show him a little hands-on stuff, and maybe he can show me a few.
What kind of cars do you collect?
Right now I have a 280 SL Mercedes that's 71, and I'm just redoing a Volkswagen convertible that an employee started to do. It's a 71, and he lost interest in it after he spent a lot of money on it, and I'm finishing that up right now for myself and my son there. He's doing a earlier model, early 70s pickup truck, Ford pickup with 20,000 miles on it.
Kerry, how you doing?
All right.
Good to see you.
What's going on?
We're out here talking to a lot of folks.
A lot of people here.
What do you think of the stroll this year?
This is the stroll, is it?
We're waiting for a bus. The bus stops here.
I didn't know what everybody was doing here. I guess they're strolling.
It's strolling.
Isn't there a certain walk that they developed?
Shouldn't we call it the sail? Because that's what.
Some will be
Aren't we
falling.
always hoping
They'll
that?
start falling instead of strolling.
Well,
they stay in the.
No, we want them to spend money. That's what I want them to do.
Oh, they'll spend money.
But I talked to one merchant, and they said that business was not as good as they expected.
Really?
They always say that. When you see 'em
Why am I
moving,
not
it's just
surprised?
December.
Do you think it's busier? It seems a little slower, but maybe I'm...
Oh, I don't know. You know.
So what have you been up to? What are you working on?
Well, I had a new knee, and I just got back from Japan.
Whoa,
Did some shows over there.
really? Why Japan?
Well, it's nice. Japan's lovely.
Do you have a good following? Is
Oh
it
yeah. There's a lot of good clients over there.
Oh, fantastic.
Oh, it was wonderful. And bowed, and I'm bowing all the way up the escalator. And I thought, this is like, okay, fine. Boom! I get on the plane, and they spit me out at JFK. That's a culture shock.
Well, you're from England originally,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. So we're sort of used to the politeness thing.
But does that politeness thing, does it go far enough? I mean, do you actually get to know people, or is it mostly consideration of who you are, and it's kind of like part
Yeah,
of the course?
yeah,
Do
that's
you
a
ever
good
really
question.
get to know people?
Well, I do. I get to know the people that I'm working with.
I see.
But I mean, a lot of the over politeness is because I'm the great man, come to or whatever.
Well, you won't get that here.
No,
No,
so
no,
don't
no,
get
no,
that.
no,
You don't get it
no,
from
no.
this guy. Yeah.
No.
Well, we're both great men, aren't we? I mean,
This is our moment. We've talked about doing this for a while, haven't we?
Indeed, we have indeed.
How's it going today?
I'm doing very well. How are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you.
Welcome to Union Lodge.
My first time. I've lived here for 20 years. I've never been in this.
Is that right?
That is
We're
correct.
happy to have you come on up.
Oh, look at it. It's beautiful. Wow. Look at the ceiling, man. This is outrageous.
Come on in.
Hello. Hi, Peter.
Happy stroll.
You too. Hi.
How are you?
Good. How are you? So,
So,
look at this room. This is gorgeous.
isn't it amazing?
Wow.
We never know this is up here. And we're very happy to be able to share this with the community and open up the house to welcome everyone in.
Now, this is not something that happens all the time, right? You don't open it all the time.
No, we usually try and open it on Stroll and Halloween. Anytime we're going to get a lot of folks downtown. But by appointment, the lodge is, we'd be happy to take anyone up and give them a tour.
Tell us about the Masons. What's their purpose?
Well, I guess they're twofold. The main purpose is making good men better. There are 3 degrees that a candidate goes through, and symbolically they are taken from darkness to light by going through these degrees. So that's sort of the internal purpose, is the personal improvement of the man to become a better man, a better Mason. And it's symbolically represented over here. In Masonic terms, you go from the rough ashlar, which is the stone is taken from the quarry and it's rooted in natural state, to the perfect ashlar over to the right, which is the stone is made ready by using the working tools of masonry, and the stone is then prepared to be fitted into our Masonic edifice, which is the community and the family and the better society.
How do you encourage people to become better, though?
Well, the lessons that you're taught as you go through the degrees sort of instruct you in that. The first part of the degree work, you're blindfolded, and the emphasis is on listening to what it is you're hearing and not being distracted by the beauty of the room, your surroundings, or the fact that there are guys sitting on the sidelines. The second part, you then have that explained to you so you get a better understanding of everything you've just gone through, because it is kind of overwhelming. Each degree has a specific emphasis, and we then encourage our members to use those tools, those metaphorical tools of masonry, to apply them to themselves and to become better men as a result of using them. And that's what I really like about it, is that it doesn't rely on an external force or an external story to say you need to do this because somebody else has said that you need to do this, or we have this story that comes down from the ages that says this is important. But rather, we know that by applying these tools to yourself, that the proof is in the pudding, that you will become a better man and a better Mason and chip off the rough and superfluous pieces and become better fitted to be a good member of the community.
So now I imagine the room is set up this way for a reason, right? I mean, it's set up to place emphasis on the center here. And then what's the purpose of the ceiling?
The purpose of the ceiling is that Masons meet under the starry-decked heavens at high noon. But as you can imagine, actually meeting outside in January would be rather chilly, so this is emblematical of that.
We got bay scallop rolls. This is our secret light breader that we put on them.
Okay, secret.
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
We're going to bread them right up.
Now let me ask you, did you guys have a chowder competition this year? Was there a chowder competition?
There was. We only came in second. I think they're tired of us winning, though, you know?
Did you really?
We came in second.
That's excellent.
You know?
Good for you. Who won?
AK's won. Jeannie Diamond made a nice chowder this year.
All right.
So she's always out to get me, though, you know? But we went through a little chowder down here today, you know?
Did you really?
Yeah, about 90 gallons.
How does that compare? Because, you know,
It's a little light.
That's what I would
we usually
think.
go to about 120.
Right. It seems a little lighter this year.
So.
What do you think that's from? Why do you think it's slower?
Well, I don't know.
Good weather. Maybe they got scared away, though, from
Friday
yesterday.
night,
Yeah.
could have been that.
Could have been that. All right.
You know.
Now, what's the, for those folks out there that would like to make their own chowder without giving away too much of your secret?
Quahogs.
Huh?
Local quahogs.
Go with the quahogs.
Yeah. Forget the sea clams.
Yeah.
Yeah. Quahogs.
Start with that.
That's it.
Okay.
That's the secret. All right.
You got it. Thank you. You gave it away. You heard it there first, folks. Thanks, CJ.
All right. See you guys.
So what is your name?
Susan Atwood.
I'm Gino. Nice to meet you,
Yes,
Susan.
nice to meet you, Gino.
Tell us a little bit about the history of the lightship basket.
Well, the baskets were first woven on board a light ship that was docked out in the harbor, and the men wove these in between their duties, keeping the lights on in the light ships, and so they had a lot of time on their hands and wove these wonderful baskets. We have an original one
Ooh.
right there in the window. Let me go over here.
What's your 06?
Okay, that's good.
Oh, I love it. I'm so excited.
So this was woven on board a light ship
Yeah.
long ago, and the weavers of today, the Nantucket weavers of today, weave exactly with the same materials and the same technique. That was used
Now
all
back
the way
then
around.
they weren't worth as much as they are today.
No, that's true. That's true. They're very utilitarian. And today they are as well, even though they're costly,
Why are they so costly, though?
time,
The time.
the time, and the care in the materials. These are hardwoods that were carefully selected, carved, and a lot of craftsmanship and time involved. But the good news is how long they last. And people usually are reluctant nowadays to use them because of their expense, but they really should be out and used and enjoyed.
Now, how long would it take someone to make a basket that size?
20, 25 hours. They're time consuming.
So how do you tell the difference between makers? I mean, there's many of
They're
them.
very distinct characteristics. Materials, the staves, which are these uprights,
I see.
can be made of different materials: oak, cane, cherry. I can show you a couple of examples, or cane.
Yeah, let's go look at a few of maybe the more modern ones too that are. They come in all different sizes, don't they?
They do.
Yeah.
They do.
Look what you can do with them, huh?
Yeah. This is a wine cooler.
Okay.
But you can see the staves on this one are cherry. Flat and cherry and a cherry rim. This weaver
The one he had is of like a chicken
uses
stuff,
reed, rounded, half round reed. Always cane to weave with, but different materials on the uprights. Different, this is a maple, oak handle, this is cherry. So we have a lot of variety just by when you really look at them closely. And then we
And look at
have-
this display, huh?
These are the Nantucket purses that Jose Reyes, the Filipino, very well-known Filipino,
He was kind of the guy that started the ball rolling for everybody,
for
is
the
that right?
purses.
For the purses.
For the purses, yeah, right after the war.
Now
late
that's become a
1940.
fashion statement.
Very much so, very much so. We have a couple of his originals, and then today the contemporary ones down here that will in time turn dark and lovely. Is
Okay, let me ask you, 20 years ago when I came out here, they were popular then, the purses.
Yes.
Through the years, has the popularity grown?
yes, considerably. And when I too came out here, it was usually the little old ladies with their very special purses. Now 16-year-olds, high school seniors as graduation presents are very proud of their Nantucket purses.
But you run the risk of the Chinese knockoffs too, right? I mean, aren't they making them?
We do. But they will never have the provenance that the Nantucket woven ones will. So when we're all said and done and they're lined up on a shelf, the ones that were woven by Nantucketers are going to be by far the most sought after and the most valuable.
You.
What do you got here, Lori?
We've got some bags from Africa.
these.
They're from South Africa. We were there in March, and we saw a couple of these bags. We had to bring them back. So we brought some back. Everybody fell in love with them, so we brought some more back. And since then, we've become a New England distributor, and we're their biggest customer. And she's employing 50 women to weave bags.
All right.
Isn't that amazing?
That's fantastic. Now, who's making these?
These women can you show the picture of the woman weaving?
Oh.
Okay,
Oh,
so this
good.
is she has a group of 50 women who are doing these bags. You can see the scraps of the t-shirt material. That's how they're sewn in through pieces of burlap, and everything's done by hand. She doesn't want to do any machine. She wants to employ as many people as she can. So if you show the next picture of the handles, so somebody else does the handles and the linings.
Okay, yeah.
They come into the factory just once a week because in Cape Town, the public transportation's really hard. So the women get to work at home with their families, do as many bags as they can, and then they carry them in once a week on their heads. And
Is this
get-
considered fair trade?
Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely. This is the woman who started the project. Her name is Audrey.
Okay.
And she was commissioned by British Petroleum to do the big wall hanging of aloe. And then show them,
Wow.
I'll show
So
you.
she's
where
an
the-
artist as well.
She's an artist, a graphic
see.
designer. And this next photograph that's one of the townships. This is what they're living in. This is where these women live. So the bags, just by buying the bag, you're employing this woman to make the bag. They think that she's probably supporting 10 other people.
Well, they're very
they
beautiful.
gorgeous?
How did
Thank
you get
you.
involved? How did you find this, and why did you do this?
We saw one, and I had to have it. So we
Oh,
bought
so you
it.
wanted it because you loved it anyway.
I had to have the bag. I couldn't live without it another day.
Mm-hmm.
So I got the bag. We brought a couple back for friends. Everybody else wanted one. So we ordered some. And then we sold them all. So we ordered some more and some more and some more and some more. And now here we are. We just got back from a trip to Tanzania, and we brought the proceeds to an AIDS orphanage there.
So is that why you're doing it? Are you doing
Well,
it to...
I love to give something back, but I also think the product is so remarkable.
Okay.
So I think there's a little
Combination.
bit of both. I think we're helping other people. It's such an easy product to sell.
That's a good concept, isn't it?
Yeah, it's nice.
I think it helps business.
It really does. People love the story
you're
behind
happier.
it.
Yeah.
I love the product.
Yeah.
I love that it's going back to someone.
Yeah.
I love these babies that I met in Durban. You know, I just... But if I didn't love the product, I wouldn't have wanted to do it. I think the product is so beautiful. And a lot of them weave without a design. They make it up as they go. Can you believe it? Isn't that amazing?
Wow.
I just think they're remarkable.
They're beautiful. Okay, folks. Well, thanks for joining me this 2006 Christmas stroll. It's been great. We look forward to seeing you next year. Bye-bye.